This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Oklahoma City, one of the largest cities in the heart of Indian country. Oklahoma is home to 39 federally recognized tribes. If you look hard enough, you'll find them everywhere, even in the heart of downtown, on Broadway and Park Avenue. And I don't mean the romanticized statues of an idealized past, but living, breathing Indians that have come to take part in Red Earth. One of those Indians is G. Calvin Sharp, president of the board of directors of Red Earth,
which is a nonprofit 501(c) corporation whose mission is to enhance Native American culture through art market, through education, and a festival that we're here at today, the 25th Red Earth Festival.
And for 25 years, Red Earth has stuck to that mission. Over 1,200 dancers and artists, representing over 100 different tribes, come together for the festival, where an estimated crowd of 30,000 people attended last year.
As a young lawyer, my very first job in Oklahoma City back in 1986, I was in my office in downtown Oklahoma City, and I had really no idea what was going on. And then all of a sudden I looked out the window and I see a bunch of Indians in a parade dancing down the street. I saw Indians in regalia, and I go, what the heck's going on? Okay, Red Earth. And so
the silver anniversary of one of the largest Indian art festivals in the country should be a good place to check the pulse of Indian art. One of this year's featured artists is the 2011 Red Earth Honored One, Ruth Blaylock Jones.
Sadly, in some cases, both from the participant as well as the visitor, sometimes that's their only touch with culture, and it's very sad. But on the other hand, any effort, I think, and hopefully people will go home from something like this and maybe have a new appreciation of their own background, or maybe have a curiosity and want to learn more about it. As I said, it could start here. It could start in a place like this,
Ruth Blaylock Jones is a board member of the Indian Arts and Craft Board that promotes and protects the economic development of the Indian arts and crafts markets. She sits on that board, along with Harvey Pratt, a Cheyenne painter.
I think that's so important that what they do is the truth, and don't fabricate and make up lies and stories about your art. Be true to yourself, be true to your art, be true to your tribe, be true to your culture, and paint and depict what is authentic and has some historical value, so that we can also teach people. We can teach people about us. As I stand here and watch people that come through, and I watched other vendors, other Native Americans that are making contact with people, and they're telling stories, so we're educating.
Another artist who practices telling authentic stories is Justin Starr Hardridge of Muskogee Creek.
Creating more story paintings, so that I could have my root in tradition, in Creek tradition. I'm not going to go out and paint, Sioux warriors or Pawnee medicine men, because I don't have any connection to that. What I have a connection to is my land, where I come from in Oklahoma, and traditions of the Creek people, other Creeks that I talk to, because I learn things from them and their histories. We are stewards of our culture, from what we know. I'm not an expert on Creek theology and history and language. I'm still learning my own language, What I'm trying to do is create allegories, like the allegorical painters of Europe, how they told Bible stories and things like this. Well, this is my Bible story,
A common concern artists hear is that we are losing our traditional art forms as the elders pass on. When asked about the responsibility of artists, award-winning Muskogee jeweler Kenneth Johnson, who attends all the major Indian art markets, related a story about the responsibility artists have and how we can keep these traditions strong with our youth.
and we were discussing where all the art booths should be for Indian Market, and where we're going to set up the food booths, where we're going to set up the children's art booths and the nonprofit booths. And so we're discussing that, and somebody raised the issue saying, is it right to have kids selling art, saying this is the equation. If you make art, you stand behind a table and sell it. Is that what we're going to teach people? And man, I heard that as a young committee member, and you know, I never heard anybody challenge the system of art shows and standing behind a table and selling. So what is art? You know, there's the idea of protecting what's traditional, and there's also the tradition of innovation and the ideas of us telling our own story, like you having that camera. Man, that's strong. We get to tell our own story. And so, yeah, native art needs to continue to evolve. It should be in flux. It should be grinding out some change. You know, change is coming. And how we're going to handle it. Is it going to be dictated to us, or are we going to lead it? That's what I want to know. I want to be a part of that. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We're at Red Earth Powwow, and I sure wish I had a good old powwow joke. Hey, what'd the Indian guy say first time he ever saw pizza? I don't know. Hey, who threw up on my fry bread? Come on, I knew you heard that before.
I have never heard that one before.
That's classic Sammy Tonkiai, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
I had never heard that one before. It's kind of gross. But...
This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.